Hello guys and good morning. Today I'll be talking about snake diet. Cole's recent, not, people would say switch, I just would say shifted focus. That he's focusing more on activity, exercise, walking and standing more. And yes, I'm using my better camera today, my Osmo Action, because I couldn't find the stick for my phone. You know, with a phone it's just so easy, I can just upload it right away. It's kind of a pain that this one splits the files into several files after a few minutes, so I have to do editing with huge files, even though no editing is necessary. But I'm free today, so why not? I'll use this camera when I have the time to do it. And so yeah, the walking and standing. I mean, if you've been following this channel, you obviously understand that I'm a fan of this, not only because I've actually talked about it already, but also, come on, I'm walking around like this talking to the camera in all the videos. So I will tell you exactly how I feel about this. I've known for a long time, even at the beginning of this fitness journey, excuse me, I have to burp a little, that walking is a great tool for burning fat. Because many people, they think they just have to run on the treadmill a lot. And they do that, they do it, they don't feel good when doing it because they're overweight, it's heavy, might hurt in the knees and stuff. And then they don't change the diet either. And you don't burn that much just running on the treadmill for 40 minutes. But if you get the habit of walking everywhere you can, the ratio of calories burned to minutes, of course, yes, you do burn it a little slower right in the second, like walking, but walking is, you can get so much more walking in a day, that the sheer volume. And if you do the walks like effectively, not just go out to, yeah, I'm out on a walk now, but just say somewhere that would take you 20 minutes to travel by bus, like waiting for the bus and stuff. If you just walk immediately, maybe it take 30 minutes, you got where you needed to be, and you burned fat and did something healthy for yourself at the same time. So I've known for a long time that walking is a good thing. I was always a walker, even when I was at my most unfit. Walks and walking was something I still did. And so this principle I've just known for a long time, and I've for a long time just tried to make sure I'll walk everywhere I can. And so lately, because of my job I've been working with, like, for almost 4 months, I'm a personal trainer mainly, but especially now during the summertime I work some extra in the reception, and I've just noticed from standing so much more, because that's the true thing. When I started this fitness journey, lots of training in the gym, and I did go on walks in the forest and stuff, but it's true that I was kind of sitting or lying down in between. So what I've noticed now, something I'm very grateful, because this is so cool. This is why I discovered this on my own, like at the same time when Cole, Snake Diet, starts talking about it. Like, I stand all day if I'm in the reception, just stand there greeting people and walk around, pick stuff up in the gym, put them where it's supposed to be, clean stuff. As a trainer, I'm on the floor all the time too. Maybe even, show someone a deadlift, not on a weight that's very challenging for me, but just lifting like 80 to 100 kilos every here and there, doing stuff like that. What I've noticed is, apart from my metabolism just being through the roof, like 3,500 calories easily is my maintenance on average, because some days it's higher, some days I just wasn't able to move as much. But so on average, for sure, 3,500 I'm up in now with all this extra activity. And what I've noticed, apart from the higher fat burn, is just my energy is so great all the time. Like, I come home and I live in a small apartment, a one-room apartment, and I don't feel like lying down or sitting down. I stand up. If I'm talking to someone or watching social media on the phone, I'm standing and doing it. If I'm watching something on the television, which I rarely do, by the way, but or my computer, I stand up too a lot. It's just that when I get tired, I lie down in my bed instead, but I never sit, basically. And the sitting, it's not a good position, sitting on a chair, for humans. It's fine if you do it every now and then for a task, but for this prolonged sitting for hours, because you know that if you've been on a car ride for hours, and especially in a car, you know, the seat is not good for you, and you get so tense around the hips, and so apart from the lower, you also obviously, because think of it like this: when you're standing up, your muscles, your postural muscles are working to keep you upright all the time. When you're sitting, it's very, very little of that you have to do. So you burn less, but also you just tense up in a very bad position for the hips. And I did this as an example in my last video, like squatting down like this. Most people can't even do it. I'm training some boys, they're not even 18. And I guess their mother, hired me because she realized they have been moving too little. They can't do that at all. And, this is something human beings are supposed to be able to do for almost, basically their whole lives. So it's horrible what's going on today with these lifestyles. Even little kids not being able to squat like that. So obviously, as you can tell, I'm a big fan of the snake walking and standing. It's just something you have to, please stop being a lazy, just lazy, because I promise you, I know with everything, with training, when you're not there yet, everything feels like such a challenge. But don't be in a hurry to get there. Like me, if you watch my videos, I'm like, I've never seen anyone do such a fast physical transformation as I've done. I'm super fit, I'm a training nerd. I'm the guy who spends, when everyone else is drinking and eating stuff, I'm like, no, I'm fasting right now, and just hanging out with them doing nothing. I walk around, I stand in my job, I work with training people. Like, obviously I'm ahead of you, but I didn't start out here. It was tough for me in the beginning too. The walks, when I was studying and I didn't really have to go to school, I could study from home. But every morning I took a 1 hour walk in the forest, and sometimes I enjoyed it. Sometimes it felt like a bother, like, why can't I just chill at home? Same with the workouts. It took months before I started really liking training. I did like the progress. I did like feeling better and seeing myself get better, but I did not look forward to the sets on the workouts. That took months. So say that you're someone that's really, really overweight now. I know that it can seem like I can't relate to you because, I've really been super overweight. I've been skinny fat. I had that little beer belly and too little muscle mass from inactivity and a bad diet. But I promise you, I understand you fully. It wasn't the weight thing that was my major, regression, my major, the symptom of my issues. But I know what it's like to find yourself in a position and not knowing how to get out of it, and feeling like there's like a million miles left until you're rid of this, have fixed yourself, and therefore you don't maybe don't want to start. It's easier to just pretend you're happy where you're at than starting this long, painful, tough journey, but I just want to say it like motivation that you can get there. So if you are really overweight right now, and even walking is a challenge for you, start with a standing. The standing is your workout, and you can, even if you're at home, I would guess that mostly my audience isn't super overweight people, because that's not my niche really. I'd love to help you with that, but I talk about a wide variety of subjects. So I think it's just generally people that want to get healthy. But I want to make the point, if you are someone like that, really overweight, even having a hard time walking, see it as your workout. It's great if you start standing for, say, half an hour every day, and that's tough for you. This is well done, great job. You're doing the right thing, you're moving in the right direction. You will start getting there. In a while you'll be able to take short walks, and then in a while a little longer walks, and then in a while maybe even go to the gym and lift some weights, and then do some cardio if you want that. Just trust this. Take it from me, even me feeling so great already. This extra thing with being I basically stand or walk all day. I might lie down in bed for a bit at night before going to sleep. That's it, basically. And you get used to it. Humans are made to move. And this is the big thing with this video. Like exercising and working out and training, that's great too. It's like positive stress, hormesis, but also, you know, getting stronger muscle and bones is healthy, good for you. But also just the moving, using the body, not letting it tense up, just practicing on being a mover, someone who moves around. The body gets good. You get good at what you do. The body is a master of adaptation, and if you sit all day, you get good at sitting all day. If you walk around and stand all day, you get good at that. It's no problem. It's gonna feel like an effort when you do this change, but when you get there, it's just smooth sailing. It's just awesome. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Awesome. So much fun for me to discover all of this. And then one of my idols, I would say, or biggest inspirations, Cole Robinson, starts preaching the whole same thing that I've just noticed, and it just confirms to me that yes, this is what it's about. Not necessarily exercising and training hard all the time. That too, that's cool. But just moving around, being a mobile person. Yeah. So if you like this, please like the video to help me out. The channel is really picking up, the growth speed. It's awesome to see, but we need to get to 1,000. That's when all the cool features like live stream comes. So please like the video, please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, building muscle, healing yourself from spiritual trauma, all that cool stuff. Please do it. Do it, guys. Do it! Peace.